नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यानम ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 18th Adhyay of Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, and Sri Krishna is step by step beautifully telling us what is the real sannyasa, what is the real tyaga that leads us to the moksha, that leads us to the ultimate salvation, the liberation, and freeing us away from that cycle of repeated births and deaths. We have tortured ourselves, we have tortured this indweller so much, birth after birth after birth. Now Sri Krishna has explained to us, he has made the path so very clear to us for us to follow that path of moksha through tyaga. And after having explained what is the real tyaga, that real tyaga is giving up of the expectations, giving up the attachment with the karma and the expecting any fruits out of that karma. Our attachment towards what I am going to get after doing this karma, that drowns us into this cycle of repeated births and deaths. Because we don't perform the karma as being an instrument in the hands of Lord. We want to take the ownership of whatever we are doing. I am doing this, I am doing that, I am so busy. And then while explaining all these intricacies of performing the karma, Sri Krishna is now explaining to us the threefold aspects of the three important steps of doing any karma. The three important, most significant steps which are required to perform any karma is, first of all, is knowledge about the karma. That Sri Krishna told us how the sattvic, rājasic and tamasic knowledge, that makes one understand what is to be done. Then Sri Krishna also told us about the karma aspect, the threefold, the sattvic karma, the rājasic karma and the tamasic karma. Sattvic karma, which is of course the purest of the pure. Rajasic karma is kind of a mix, a little bit pure but mostly impure. It is a mix of both pure and impure karmas, and that gets us into this bondage, that gets us into this binding of repeated births and deaths. And then what to talk about the tamasic karma, that is the impurest of all the karma, and that just drags us down and down and down. So that was the threefold aspect of jnana, the threefold aspect of karma. And now Sri Krishna is explaining to us the threefold aspect of the kartā, the doer, the ultimate agent who is performing this work. Now, in the previous slok that we read, Sri Krishna told us, explained to us about the characteristics, the attitudes, the qualities of the sattvika karta. That he had told us was that sattvika karta is ever free. Free from what? Free from attachment. Free from attachment to the karma. free from egoism, and is very firm, very steadfast, knows what is to be done so well, is absolutely firm, and samanvitaḥ, mukta sangoh anaham vadi dhrutyutsaham, dhrutyu utsaha samanvita. Dhruti and utsaha. It is a combination of being firm and being enthusiastic. Always in that state. Yes, I am going to do it. But then that I is a diluted I. It is not that I am doing it. Yes, I am doing it and I am so happy to do it. But I am not attached to it. I am thrilled to do it because it is the Lord's work that Lord has chosen me to do this work. I am thrilled to do it. I am all enthusiastic to do it. I'm all going to put my 100% into it. With that attitude, with that enthusiasm, with that zeal, and the firmness of the mind. This person, siddhya siddhyoh nirvikaraha. This person is not worried about whether the work is going to see the light of success or it is going to be a failure. Not nirvikaraha, he is unaffected. That person is absolutely not concerned whether that work is going to be to succeed, that work is going to succeed, or that work is going to be a failure. This person's intention is, whatever God has given to me, I will do with my 100% commitment to it, with my 100% involvement in it, with my 100% dedication I will perform, but I will not get attached to the work. I will do it in the most humble way. I am doing it with certainty. Yes, I am going to do it. I am going to do it in the most enthusiastic way. Not just, oh, what work I have to do now. This has come upon me. No, not with that kind of a low morale. A very high enthusiasm, very high level of enthusiasm. And then not worried about the success or failure. And then Sri Krishna says, kartā sattvika uchyate. That type of doer of the work, that type of the agent who is performing the task is called as sattvika kartā. Now let us see what is the rājasic kartā. And just to sum up that shloka, we also read Sri Ramakrishna's teaching on how that soft soil, which is very tender, which is very nourishing with all the nourishing qualities, that soft soil which is free from all the dirt, all the pebbles, all the stones, it is favorable for seeds to sprout. That ground has to be perfectly nourishing. It is a soft soil. You just put the seeds and they will grow. You just put the seed of detachment and it will grow. So that kind of soil, similarly, the mind of that devotee alone, untainted by perversion and conceit, like the soil which does not have any stones or pebbles or any dirt or any trash, that is most conducive for sprouting the seeds. The mind which is free from any perversion, the mind which is free from any conceit, the mind which is free from any kind of ill feelings, the negative vibes, that mind is best suited for the Lord to reveal himself in. So that is what Sri Ramakrishna spoke about, the sattvic kind of kartā. That is how the sattvic kind of kartā, when starts working without any conceit, without any negatives, with all firmness and the enthusiasm that Sri Krishna has explained in this shloka. Now let us see what is the rājasic kind of kartā. Rājasic kartā now Sri Krishna is explaining to us. Rāgī karma-phala-prepsur lubdho hinsātmako śhuchiḥ harṣha-śhokānvitaḥ kartā rājasaḥ parikīrtitaḥ. Now this is a mix, the qualities which are so very different from the sattvic kartā. This person, the rājasic kartā, is rāgī, he is attached. He is passionate, he is attached about that work. If tomorrow by some means, that work, that task, that assignments is taken away from this person, he will go absolutely crazy. So he is passionate about it. He is so much attached to that work. He cannot leave that work for anyone else to do it. That kind of the me and my feeling for doing that work. And then karma-phala-prepsur is always worried about what I'm going to get out of that assignment that I'm working on. Karma-phala-prepsur, desirous of the fruits of action. What is my take after this? My take in this? What is my share in this fruit of the karma? Karma-phala-prepsur lubdho. Lubdho. Lubdho is greedy. He is greedy to get that fruit of karma. He won't leave that the fruit just for anyone else to share it. He wants that fruit of karma all by himself or all by herself. So they are so much greedy about that fruit of karma. Karma-phala-prepsur lubdho and hinsātmako śhuchiḥ. Hinsātmako is they at times can go cruel. They can at times, they won't even bother if somebody is getting injured in getting that work done. Injured in the sense of physical injury, emotional injury, sentimental injury. That is not in their lookout at all. Hinsātmakaḥ śhuchiḥ. Ashuchiḥ. Hinsātmakaḥ ashuchiḥ. And of the impure mind. Not like that mind which Sri Ramakrishna had spoken about, the sattvic kartā, which is free from any deceit, free from any conceit, free from any perversion. No, these minds of these people, minds of the rajasic type of kartā, they are absolutely impure. They won't mind doing anything illegal, immoral, unethical, unlawful, unrighteousness. For them, there is no good and bad for that matter. They are filled with that the ashuchiḥ, the impure nature. harṣha-śhokānvitaḥ, and they are moved by joy and sorrow. They are not like the sattvic type of kartās, sattvic type of doers who are not worried about the success and failure. But these people, the moment there is a success, they feel so much joyous, they will start jumping up and down. Oh, look at my success, look what I have achieved. And if the assignment fails, frustration, dejection, absolute crying. So that is how these people are oriented. Their attitudes are oriented to harsha. They express their extreme joy, and shloka, to also express their extreme sorrow. And when in that state of extreme joy and extreme sorrow, they can do anything which is unreasonable. So that is one very dangerous quality of the rajasic type of kartās, that they are so much moved by joy and sorrow. If they are extremely joyous, they can even, in that spur of a moment, they can do anything. Just give away all their earnings, if it is to their benefit. And if they are in sorrow, they won't mind destroying the whole town for that matter. So that is how the rajasic type of people have been explained by Sri Krishna in this shloka. Extremely attached, desirous to obtain fruits of action, those who are very greedy, those who are cruel, hinsātmako, those who are impure in their thinking, and moved by joy and sorrow. Such an agent, such a doer is described as rajasic kartā, rajasic doer, the rajasic agent who is working on that assignment. A greedy person is he who tries by fair or foul means to appropriate the properties of others to himself. That is what the greed does. And these are the two most dangerous kind of things Sri Ramakrishna time and again tells the devotees to be aware of. The lust and greed. These two desires, the desire of lust and desire for greed, can make a person do anything which is unethical, which is unlawful, which is unrighteous. He does not hesitate to cause injury to others while giving effect to his base designs, the designs of lust and greed. He can do anything for that matter. Because of his mean decision, he is not pure in thought, word, and deed. All the thought, word, and deed are impure to the core, because that person is looking only for the benefit of the self. So that is what the Rajasik is. When his plot succeeds, he is beside himself with joy, and when the task fails, then the sorrow overtakes him, the extreme sorrow, and he may burn down everything around him in that moment of sorrow. That is such a moment of frustration, dejection. These are the traits of an agent who is Rajasika by nature. So let us read Sri Ramakrishna's teaching on this. Cunning is no virtue. Sri Ramakrishna says the type of people, they are most cunning. They don't have any kind of leniency. They don't have any kind of humility. They don't have any kind of empathy. They are most cunning people. Nobody is more cunning than a crow. Now, here Sri Ramakrishna gives an example of the bird crow. It steals artfully. The crow, when it has to steal some food items, that crow will steal very artfully. It is ever alert lest it should be caught. It will pick up, it will steal that, a piece of roti or a bread so skillfully that nobody observes that when that crow is snatching away that piece of bread. It is ever alert. It is ever alert lest it should be caught. It exploits the helplessness of little children. All the same, it is ever out to eat filth. And it doesn't mind that crow, even if it has to eat filth. That crow will do it. There are people of the nature of crow, and Sri Ramakrishna talks about those people. They are deceitful, they are calculative, and they are cunning. And now these are exactly the qualities of the Rajasic type of doers that Sri Krishna has mentioned here. They are hinsātmako. They are cruel. They are calculative. Calculative in a sense, lubdho. They have that greed. They want to take the fruits of action through that impulse of greed. But their one concern day and night is to grab low and vulgar things. Their entire focus is to enjoy the sensual pleasures, to have that sensual gratification, and with the greed to acquire as much wealth, maybe through ill means, maybe through unethical ways, but to acquire the properties, to acquire the riches. Such people are incapable of taking to path of spirituality. And Sri Ramakrishna says that these kind of Rajasic people, they can never ever take the path of liberation. They can never ever walk the path of spirituality and proceed towards the salvation, proceed towards the moksha, proceed towards the liberation. They can never do it. So this is how they get trapped. They get trapped with their desires for lust and greed, and they can do anything illegal. They can do anything which is not good for others, which they firmly believe it is good for them. So that is the Rajasic type of kartā that Sri Krishna has explained to us in this 27th shloka of the 18th adhyaya of Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.